Last night's debate, Lee has showed them to a group of voters who responded in real time using handheld dials. And you can watch their feelings second by second. And the red line represents Republicans, the blue Democrats, and the yellow independents. We'll begin with the issue that polls overwhelmingly show is voters' top concern, the economy. Let's watch together.
They had the highest inflation perhaps in the history of our country, because I've never seen a worse period of time. People can't go out and buy cereal or bacon or eggs or anything else. The people of our country are absolutely dying with what they've done. They've destroyed the economy.
And I didn't expect to see independents tracking so much with Republicans last night, and they did. They wanted to hear the meat on the economy. They wanted to hear the plan. And
in Minnesota, and wanted to let criminals that killed people, that burned down Minneapolis, she went out and raised money to get them out of jail. She did things that nobody would ever think of. Now she wants to do transgender operations on illegal aliens that are in prison. This is a radical left liberal that would do this. She wants to confiscate your guns, and she will never allow fracking in Pennsylvania. If she won the election, fracking in Pennsylvania will end on day one. Criminals off the street, and they've given them to her to put into our country. And this will be one of the greatest mistakes in history for them to allow. And I think they probably did it because they think they're going to get votes, but it's not worth it, because they're destroying the fabric of our country by what they've done. There's never been anything done like this at all. They've destroyed the fabric of our country. Millions of people let in, and all over the world, crime is down all over the world except here. Crime here is up and through the roof. Despite their fraudulent statements that they made, crime in this country is through the roof. And we have a new form of crime. It's called migrant crime, and it's happening at levels that nobody thought possible.
And I'll tell you, it's really interesting, because in 2020, we didn't see this. We saw a big split between independents, Republicans, Democrats. It was like, you know, all different. It was like spaghetti lines. What we're seeing now is very much like we saw in 2016, which is independents are tracking very much with Republicans. They're looking for a couple things. They're looking for answers on immigration. They're looking for answers on the economy. They want to hear that things are going to get better for them. And they also want change from what's happening right now.
I'm going to move on to the next topic now. President Trump called out VP Kamala Harris for being in the White House for 3.5 years. And David, you said he should have done it earlier and more often. But anyway, he did. In the close, while making campaign promises he says she could have already made happen. Let's watch.
So she just started by saying she's going to do this, she's going to do that, she's going to do all these wonderful things. Why hasn't she done it? She's been there for 3.5 years. They've had 3.5 years to fix the border. They've had 3.5 years to create jobs and all the things we talked about. Why hasn't she done it? She should leave right now, go down to that beautiful White House, go to the Capitol, get everyone together and do the things you want to do, but you haven't done it, and you won't do it because you believe in things that the American people don't believe in.
So I think this was an exercise of framing, and I think this is one of the best things that Donald Trump did last night, was he framed something that people are going to remember, which is, if she's saying that she's going to do all these things, why hasn't she done it in the last 3.5 years? And it's a question that a lot of voters had. And I think it's also the question a lot of Democrats have. So you didn't see Democrats go as low when he was talking about that, because they want to know, what is going to be different now? What are you going to do different? And it was a very, very smart exercise in framing. He should have done it earlier. This is his closing. It could have done it often and all throughout, because I do think it was one of the most powerful things he did.
All right. I want to.
Finally, Trafalgar poll questions. Who were you supporting before the debate? Trump, 47%. Harris, 47%. Question. Who are you voting for now? Trump, 48%. Harris, 48%. Although the poll also shows most think Harris got the upper hand in the debate, it did not move the needle. Because the independents are with the conservatives, the red line and the yellow line went together.